Today, I'm going to show you how to do a brake job on your vehicle, such as a 2001 Saturn S series sitting right behind me. So, let's get to it. So, before I get the job started, I'm going to show you exactly what tools and supplies you need to do your own brake job on your vehicle. So, I got my gloves, my brake parts cleaner, my .30 brake fluid in case if I need to refill it or replace it, probably throughout the video maybe. Brake rotors, brake pads, a tool set with all my sockets and screwdrivers and things like that. My plumber's wrench so I can pull out so I can push back in the pistons on the calipers, and my microfiber towel. So basically all we gotta do is just do both left and right brake pads and rotors. Now this is a car that has steel wheels. I have a wheel cover on this. Now as of last year, I forgot what time, it's back in August, I'm assuming, I had an incident with my both brake calipers last year because they were sticking and it was causing my wheel covers to melt, which is obviously not a good sign because the pads are really worn down, and basically when the pistons are not pushed back out, it kind of like it causes your car to almost drag in a way. So anyways, I replaced both the calipers last year, so they're still perfectly brand new. I've had no problems with them ever since. So let's get to it. Okay, so just pull off wheel cover, and as you can see, I don't have a stud on here. That's because the old one broke off on me. So I'm gonna do another video later on of while I'm doing the brake job of how to. Well, actually, no. I'm going to do the exact same thing with doing the studs, putting another stud on here too, because I'm doing the brake job anyway, so that'll work out perfectly. So basically, what you need to do is you need to jack up your vehicle. I use this type of jack because, sorry about the plane above me. I like using these type of jacks because I feel like they're more safer than those little tiny jacks they give you in the trunk of the car when you're replacing a spare tire. So before I jack it up, I'm going to loosen the lug nuts and we'll go from there. Okay, so I just took the wheel off and got the 3 lug nuts off that are currently on it. Now I'm gonna show you how to remove the caliper and the brake rotor. Okay, so I have my socket in my hands, which is a 19 millimeter. If you can see that or not. There it is. So that there's 2 bolts back here holding the caliper bracket on, as well as the caliper. 1 and 2, where my finger's pointing at, right there. Sometimes you have to give it some wiggles and a little bit of whacking. Okay, so I got the caliper off and the bracket off. Now, the caliper bracket, not the bracket, I'm sorry. The caliper itself that's attached to the caliper bracket is held on by I'm sorry, I found it. 14mm socket exact. Now, just like I was explaining earlier about how these are newer calipers, sorry, I'm trying to do the best I can here. See, that's the piston right there. Basically, my old ones were constantly sticking, which means it wasn't pushing back in where it's supposed to go, so that's why my wheel kept on getting so hot. So anyways, that's that. Now the rotor comes out very easily, just like this. Sometimes you have to give it a whack with a hammer or something. Just like that. Now, as you can see, this rotor is very warped. Like, I could rub my fingers across it and there's like a big gap in between. So that's not a good sign.